Hi, Virgo. So this is your mid-month, mid-September, mid-birthday month reading. Some of you have already had your birthdays. Some of you will not have had your birthdays by the time you watch this, but happy birthday anyway. Energies. Wow, they were weird last weekend. I don't know how all of you guys felt, but I literally felt like my soul had been sucked out, and I felt super depressed. And I haven't felt depressed like that, and I can't even tell you. I don't, but it rained here like for 4 days. It was gloomy and rainy and dark, and I don't know if I was picking up on everybody else's energy, or if it was my energy, or if it was the half a bag of corn chips that I ate the day before that just like made me not feel really good. I don't know. I was just totally off there for several days, and like my boyfriend came over on Sunday and neither one of us were talking, and it was just like kind of some awkward silence. So I'm glad that was over. I was not having a good time. So anyway, this is hopefully a much better second half of September for you guys. So what I'm going to do is I am going to lay out 4 or 5 tarot cards just to kind of give you an overview of the energy for the second half of the month. And in those cards, it will tell me whether it's going to be more romance related or whether it's going to be job related. And then I can do some clarifying I have several decks and a couple of new decks that I'm going to use that I've never used before. So let's see what the energy for the second half of September is for Virgo, please. I need some cards. Give me some cards. And they don't want to come out. Come on. Dang, guys. All right, there's 2. I'm taking those 2. And that one. And something flipped up. Let's take that one and that one. All right, what do we got here? The Hanged Man. So, well, that makes sense why I couldn't get any cards out. It's just called being stuck. Actually, you guys have 6 cards we're going to work with here. So let's see what these say. The Hanged Man. So that's stuck energy. And that comes along with, that's next to the 3 of Wands, which to me is also kind of stuck. You're not going anywhere. Not any brilliant ideas. Not any major money coming in. And I feel like this one's 7 of Wands in reverse. You've been fighting with somebody, but right now you're just kind of at a standstill. So whoever you're at odds with at the current moment, I feel like you are in a Mexican standoff. You've been fussing and fighting with somebody. I don't know if it's a family member or if it is somebody at work, but you have been butting heads with somebody, and at the moment you have just kind of stepped away from each other. You're avoiding each other because you realize that this fussing and fighting isn't getting you anywhere. It doesn't feel like it has anything to do with a lover at this point in time. Let's see what the rest of these say. The Devil. Okay. A lot of times the devil has to do with addictions. How would that fit in? Let's see. So if you're fussing, well, maybe that's why you're fussing and fighting, is because somebody is doing something. Could be you. I'm not saying you're not the one that's causing the problem. Someone is having some addiction problems that is affecting work-related issues. Somebody's coming in late to work. with a hangover. They're not pulling their weight. And it has something to do with those addictions. They're going out and smoking all the time and taking too many cigarette breaks, and you're left inside doing all of the work or something like that. That's what this feels like to me. It's very negative energy. 8 of Cups in reverse. So it also feels like it is affecting your money in some way, shape, or form. And it's like your money is kind of going out the window. And maybe it's because, I don't know, maybe you've got somebody there that has a drug problem and they're stealing money or something. It just feels like the money isn't coming in and it's going out, and somebody else is at fault and to blame for this. And someone has felt left out in the cold. So this whole thing, everything about this whole second half of September feels like work energy, negative work energy. Somebody is not pulling their weight. Somebody has some sort of addictions that are affecting you in one way, shape, or another, and not in a positive note. You guys are at odds with each other, whoever this other person is, and at the moment you are just kind of not doing anything and avoiding each other. That is the feeling that I have gotten at this point in time for the second half of September for Virgos. Let's see what... I've got these mixed emotions cards. These are newer. Oh, God. This sounds like it's your fault. Because it says guilty, blameworthy, responsible, and at fault. Uh-oh, you're the reason. You're the reason. You're the reason this is all going on. Sorry. And I'm hearing this word gossip. If you're okay, that's what it feels like. If you're gossiping about this person and you're telling everybody else what a loser they are, you're not any better off than they are, because you're not helping matters by going around and telling everybody else what's going on. So keep your mouth shut. That's what I feel like I am being told, is like, you know what? If you're gossiping and you know things about this person and you're telling everybody else about it, you're not any better than they are. So stop. The trapped card, imprisoned, cornered, and stuck. What'd I say? Stuck in that first energy. Unsure, uncertain, doubtful, and not confident. That came up. So you're not sure about what to do, but I can tell you what you shouldn't be doing is telling everybody else that person's business. Quit judging them. That's all I can say is, everybody has their crap that they have to deal with, and you going around trying to turn everybody against them isn't making things better. You feel very lonely, isolated, alienated, and friendless. Well, maybe that's because if you are a gossip, everybody knows you're a gossip. They're not going to tell you anything either because they know you got a blabbermouth. Safe, secure, sheltered, and protected. That doesn't even fit into this whatsoever, so I don't know why that card came out. So anyway, this... Oh, God. Oh, this is weird. This is a very weird reading, I gotta say. I've never done a reading like this where it felt so... just negative. I don't know. I don't even know how to explain that. It's very... sorry, I can't even put words into it. You know what? This is not the deck to use for that. This is the Heart Tarot. That doesn't have anything to do with this. I'm going to use the angel cards. This would be advice from your guides, past loved ones, your higher self. And there's one. It says acceptance. See yourself and others through the eyes of the angels with unconditional love and acceptance. In this way, you inspire and lift everyone to their highest potential. that goes along with quit being judgmental. Quit judging somebody for whatever they're going through, and maybe help them instead of trying to turn everybody against them, is the feeling that I'm getting from that. Let's see what else. How are we doing on time? 10 minutes? So for those of you that have your birthdays coming up, now granted, this is only going to fit a small portion of you. I mean, it'll resonate with a few of you, and so for those of you that this doesn't resonate with, I apologize. Hopefully next month will be better. This does feel like it's a very small group of people who are having work problems and coworker problems, I guess, is probably how I'm going to have to name this, because it's all about that. That one says, we send great waves of love into your heart and mind, awakening your love for life itself. Your clear decision to accept and enjoy romance has triggered this reawakening. Allow yourself to spontaneously celebrate love in all of its glorious aspects. I do not feel that this has anything to do with your love life. I feel like this is your angels telling you to open your heart chakra. If you would open your heart chakra and quit being so judgmental to whoever is pissing you off at work, and I feel like that's the message they are trying to give. And the second one says, child, you care deeply about children and they readily respond to your love. All children, including your own inner child, require love, affection, and attention. We can clear and open your heart and schedule so that you can give more time and energy to the children who need you. Again, that talks about opening your heart. I feel like that's still, again, the message is open your heart and work on your heart chakra. That's what's coming. Let's see. I have a couple more things here. I'm just going to keep going with these and see if anything else. I mean, if something else comes that's going to happen, I'm happy to share that with you. Longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. I have never seen that card before. I don't know what that means. Let's get a couple more. These are Work Your Light Oracle cards. These were the first deck that I bought that started me on my way to tarot reading several months ago. Come on, 2 more cards, please. There's 1 and 2. Protection, call back your power, cut the cords, and soul retrieval, and mirror who or what is triggering you. That would be the person at work that's pissing you off. That person is triggering something in you. Otherwise, you would already be feeling more acceptance for them. So I think that's what it's trying to tell you, is stop and think about what it is about that person that is mirroring something inside of you. There's something about them that makes you feel uncomfortable, and it's bringing out the worst in you, and you need to stop and think about why that is. What is it about that person that's making you feel bad about yourself? Everything from this reading makes me think that instead of being nice to that person and accepting and understanding, you're taking it personally. And anytime you take anything personally, it has to do with your self-worth. It doesn't have anything to do with you. If somebody else is going through a hard time, that's their stuff. And for some reason, you're letting their problems affect you. And I feel like this whole reading is trying to tell you to take a look at what it is about them that's making you feel bad about yourself. Do you feel like you're not a good worker, and or maybe your baggage is frowned upon, or you feel like you need to make sure that people like you better than them or whatever. Let's see, manifestation. These are the ascension cards. And your authentic vibration crystals. Crystals keep coming up. Okay. So this last row has to do with more about like raising your vibrations. So the question is how good do you feel about yourself after you have had a good old gossip session with somebody and ratted somebody else out? Not very good, I would assume. You're manifesting your own bullshit, and you need to stop doing that. The other one says your authentic vibration. So if you are kind of in a negative down spiral, that is your vibration currently, but you can do something about that by not what word do I want to use? By not going there. That's not the word I want to use, but by not participating in that kind of thing. And crystals have been coming up a lot as a good way to raise your vibrations without even almost doing anything. I mean, I have my place, I've got crystals all over my place, and they give off a certain amount of positive energy and can block you from certain energy. So maybe that's what you need to do. If you can't figure out how to block yourself from the negative energy this coworker is exuding, then maybe you need to look up some sort of protection crystals and carry it in your pocket or something, and keep those bad vibes that are coming at you from coming in and pushing them away or whatever. Or look at some essential oils that you could wear that will kind of put that negative energy out and away from you. I know a friend of mine, every time she does a reading, she pictures herself with mirrors around, and the mirrors are going out. So maybe you kind of visualize that in the morning when you're getting ready and you're walking into work, and any negative energy that's coming in, instead of you soaking it up, you are propelling it out the other direction with these mirrors. So that's kind of my suggestions for the second half of September. I look forward to seeing everybody in October. Like, share, subscribe if you're interested. And again, I'm Jody Stone with Soul Purpose Tarot. And if you have any questions or want a reading, jojoleanne at gmail.com, jojoleanne at gmail.com is my email address. I look forward to hearing from you. Thanks. Bye.